Hello there, stranger, and welcome to Dredge, an experience about fishing, sailing, and perhaps finding your real self. The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you.
Welcome to the Greater Morrow! I must say, quite a dramatic first impression. I see that you've already introduced yourself to the Dragon Rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. I was standing right here watching. Oh well, I'm just glad to see the new fisherman is upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things onto one of these old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll just let you get out there and catch some fish. Let's see if you can fill up your cargo and get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back before sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep an eye on the time. It can really creep up on you.
So here's our new boat. It has cargo. It also has a peculiar engine. Someone's tuned this engine in an unfamiliar way. Whatever they did has seemed to have given it more power than it would have normally. They put red stripes on it. We also have a basic fishing pole. It's splintered and fragile. This rod is only capable of catching the smallest of fish. How small, you'll find out soon. Pursuits. Catch fish for the day. So something about fog, it was all a bit dramatic, no one cares. Let's get out there and fish. Controls on this game are pretty easy. You use WAS to actually turn and do all your stuff. You can also use a controller, but I think the PC and the keyboard and mouse is probably the best way you're going to play this. You can also rotate the camera. Probably need to increase my sensitivity, but there you go. Once you've found a fishing spot, well, then you can go ahead and fish with F. And each different fish has its own little mini game to be caught, and it's not like it won't be caught anyway, you're just catching it faster. Just watch the time. As we fish, time actually does progress. So it's important. Go ahead and catch some different fish, shall we? I'm gonna say the game should probably tell us about what I just said any moment now. Let's go ahead and catch some of these. My god, they're smaller little sections, a cod. First ones we caught were blue mackerel, and they're not even close to being blue. Practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. And we also have the cod. It's plentiful and basic. There we go. Let's go ahead and put another cod. And by cod rather, we'll have this boat filled in no time. Let's see if we can't find more of those cod. Go over here to these ones. This is a very nice and cozy game. Not incredibly action-packed, but don't worry, there's plenty of excitement to be had. Oh my goodness. Another beautiful cod. Every day I wake up, I thank cod for putting me on this green earth with all these beautiful fish. Alright, do you want to catch it? There you go. If I can, I'd like to catch a different kind of fish. Even though it's one I'd be catching at this particular location, it's just not showing up. As fish sometimes don't. Time only advances when you're moving, fishing, or taking other wink-wink actions. What could they be? Find out at 11. Oh, you can't catch these. They're in shallow water. And just in case you forgot, this is for coastal fish. Also has a fishing speed. It says it's operational. Install time 2 hours. Now let's go see what this is, since we're in the neighborhood. Are you lost, fisherman? Are you after somewhere to sell your catch? Greater Morrow is on the west side of the bay. Keep an eye on the White House, the lighthouse, eh? Well, probably look at the White House as well. Wouldn't want to lose sight of it for too long, anyway. You'll crash. You probably have experience with that. Trader. You enter the brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves are full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you under silver spectacles. Hello? Is that... No, I do not believe that we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets that you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps? Nah, just fish, I'm sorry. But it's good to meet you. We'll be meeting him probably later with stuff. Hey, how's the day treating you? Oh, what's it like working the docks? It's changeable as the weather. Most days are pretty quiet. The pay's not too great, but the work's straightforward. That suits me to a T. It's good to see the fresh sea breeze is actually without actually being on the water. No offense, but you wouldn't get me out on those seas every day. Or any day, for that matter. What else can I do for you? Nothing. So that was fun. Nice to meet all of you. Encyclopedia, we can see about the fish that we've caught. Aberrations. What could it mean? Probably nothing to worry about. Probably nothing to worry about. So we can't catch those fish because they're shallow. So let's go ahead and catch some other fish, I guess. And we'll try to get back home. It's 4:30 in the p.m. The sun's a-setting. And there's blue mackies that need to get into the boat. We almost have a full boat. There we go. Perfect. Let us sail home. You have lights. In fact, you have a lot of things. You have a spyglass, which you can look at things with. Ooh, there's a new kind of thing there. I was gonna say I saw something there for a moment. There's something with a red X. That means we can't catch it. Let's see. What other things do we got? We got our horn. Tell them that we're coming in. Someone's beeping back at us. And we also have our lights, which are not exactly that powerful right now. And we'll probably want to make them more powerful. Either way, let's go ahead and dock. Let's go ahead and sell what we got. But before that, you step on the dock at the Greater Morrow. The mayor is waiting nearby.
I see that you've returned in one piece. And without one piece. Well, you're not a pirate. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat, this old boat, is, well, the one before this rather, was too badly damaged to be repaired. It was FUBAR. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours though. I understand that you may not have the necessary funds on hand at the moment, so just consider it a loan. And, but I want to make this easy for you, you understand? Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. So to recap, you need to sell the fish to the local market, pay off your debt, and in turn, keeping the population fed and satisfied, understand?
Alright, selling the fish helps the town and pays off the debt. Got it.
Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh.
Because they do actually diminish in quality. We'll look at that in a moment. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised I found a new one so fast. And what happened to the other one? It takes a certain type of person to last out there. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for the fish. The bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on other islands may pay you differently, but while you still have an outstanding debt here, I suggest that you work on paying it off first. Also, the mayor has told the entire town that you're in debt. I hope that you're happy about that. Anyway, show me what you've got. I got all this. Give me a 169.69. That sounds like a nice amount. Alright, and thankfully they do have that nice sell all fish button. I also meant to actually show you the how the fish get more, less fresh, but we can go over that in a minute. The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store.
Excellent work. I have no doubt that you will be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you can make something out of it. Why not take it?
A research part, a curious-looking component, could be used to develop new equipment, but you would need some investigation at a dock first. Cool. We'll go ahead and send that to storage, which is middle click. That's kind of hard to do while I'm already dragging.
Oh, and one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned that you might be able to make some modifications to your new ship. Well, your new old ship anyway. You should pay her a visit.
Alright, sure. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work.
You must be the new fisherman. I can make some improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take any damage from rocks or other sources, I can patch it up, mostly.
He shrugs and gestures towards the hull she is currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched.
Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead.
Alright. So she's got fishing rods, she's got the simple skimmer, the weighted line. Isn't not as bad as that? Yeah, ours is 35, this one's only 10%. Well, that's one's shallow. So we could catch shallow stuff of that. It's suited, for fish that live in the shallows. Yeah, we could probably get that. We also have a rusted outboard, which will just give us a little more speed. And we also have some lights, which will, make us feel better. We're going to leave that for now, and let's actually go over and research. So your research parts, which thankfully can be used from your storage, and we'll look at that in a moment too, can improve things. Like we could unlock a new fishing pole that could do both coastal and shallow. But we need another part for that, and we don't exactly have 2 parts. So for now, let's just go ahead and get a new engine, shall we? Engines are good. Let's see, shipwright. And now she just sells it, because of course she does. And it's $200 dues. At the start, money is really, really tight. It will get easier as time goes on. What do we want to buy? Maybe I just want to catch some fish and improve the boat. Maybe that's what we'll do. We do need to do that. So let's go ahead and get this. The simple skimmer. Takes 2 hours to install. A lightweight rod suit for catching fish. Yeah, we looked at that. Its reeling speed's kind of got awful, but that's fine. I'll be on dock and go out at night. What's the worst? What could possibly go wrong, is my favorite Bobcat would ask. Oh, the incredible speed. Breakneck speed, because you'll fall asleep and break your neck on whatever console you're next to. Yeah, it's a new kind of squid. An arrow squid. I think we can actually catch some eels while we're out here, too, since we have our new fishing rod. Hey, there they are. Oh, I can click on that too. I didn't actually know that. For actually catching the fish. Neat. Eel. That was a good eating, a good size. 44, 58 centimeters. That's a big one. As you can see here, you will eventually deplete the stock. We did this earlier, but I didn't really show it. It goes from high, medium, low, and then, of course, 0. Push the fog and other things. What could that mean? Increases your panic. Watch out for that. You also can decrease your panic also goes up over time as far as I've seen. Put that there. Let's go back. Oh, no. The light's just... Oh, it actually is able to turn back on. Oh, my goodness. That eyeball is just so anxiety-filled. Go ahead and dock before it explodes out of my eye socket. I've got a special order that just came through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Alright? They asked for 1 Gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. I see that you have the gray eels. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need a rod that can handle shallow water for the fish to actually catch those. The shipwright will be able to sort that out. Yeah, I do. I got one. I got one of these. There you go. Alright, come back when you have everything. Now, to regular business. Alright, so he did actually put that on there, and he's going to keep it, which is good. What is this pattern? I'm not doing this intentionally. Alright. Well, that's good. Let's go ahead and just sleep for a couple of hours. You know, get rid of that apprehension I have. And let's see if I can't fill this order. We also need to get enough money so I can get a better engine. Very important. Also, I probably could have bought that engine. Oh well. Let's catch some flounder. Actually, I don't think I could have. I spent all the money on something else. It'd be our fishing rod. Now we can catch these guys in the shallow water. My goodness. Put them there. These are big old chonkers. This is so much easier with the mouse and keyboard, putting these fish and whatnot on the actual boat. Alright, good. We want to get some cod? Yeah, let's just head back in, see if we can get a new engine. I guess I could get these. Might as well. Might as well. This game is just too cozy. Very addictive, actually. 2 more of these, and then we'll head on in. Filling that special order actually gives plenty of money. I don't know why I'm still using the wise guy voice. Alright, it's just force of habit now since I used it on Pizza Tower and also Gone Rogue. I'll try to cut it out, but it's hard. Got any fish for that order? Yep, I got your other flounder right here. There you go. $54 it is. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. Good, good. Well, they should be pleased with these. I have another order here. This one's a little more curious. A couple of squid and a whole black grouper. You don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only fit at night. Well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. Alright, let's go and solve these. Our debt should be pretty much paid off now. 64 cents. Alright, let's go see the mayor. I'd like to pay off my debt.
Of course. How much would you like to repay?
64 cents.
Fantastic. Now, what else can I do for you?
Well, while I'm in here, why don't you tell me about the wider region?
Certainly. Is there somewhere in particular you wish to know more about?
What about Gale Cliffs?
Oh, well, the main port over there is called Inkbell. It's right on the approach to the cliffs. You can't miss it. It's a former whaling town, but I haven't heard much talk of it these days. I think quite a few people left, one way or another. What else you want to know about?
What about Stellar Basin?
Quite a popular tourist destination. There's a resort on the atoll, built on top of a beautiful coral reef. I'm sure there's a wide variety of fish there. Maybe you fancy getting your hooks into some of those. See what I did there? A little fishing humor.
What about the Twisted Strand?
There's not much to tell. It's just a tangled mess of trees. It's often blanketed in a thick fog, even during the day.
That bell. Yes, yes, bell.
You'll want some good lights and a good sense of direction if you go exploring there.
Alright, well tell me about the Devil's Spine. Sounds like a nice place.
Ah yes, a quite exciting destination. There's an active volcano amongst the city of ancient ruins. I must caution against sailing there, however. The ruins lie low in the water and will surely go right through your hull. Not to mention the aforementioned volcano could erupt at any moment. You can occasionally hear it rumbling even from here.
Alright, that's all good, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
What happened to the last guy?
The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He would go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible, constantly running aground the reef, even in broad daylight. The shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs, never mind all the trees in the background. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long, I say, he shan't be missed by us.
Alright, well, thanks for that. And thanks for joining me, folks. I hope you enjoyed our little stint into Dredge so far. And also thank you to XSI, who gifted me this game on Steam. I had been planning on playing it anyway because I played this during the Steam Next Fest, one of them in the past, and I really enjoyed it. It seemed like Chad did too, so that's why it's here. So thank you for joining me, and I hope that you'll join me next time. Bye-bye.